नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's program. Today, on the auspicious occasion of Kartik month, we are going to discuss on the glories of Shri Vrindavan Dham. Vrindavan is glorious in 100 different ways, for 100 different reasons. Not 100, it can be 1,000 and thousands of reasons. But of all of them, today we will discuss 11 glories of Vrindavan. And when I say Vrindavan, it includes the land of Vrindavan, the residents of Vrindavan, the Lord of Vrindavan, and the mistress of Vrindavan, the king of Vrindavan, everybody included there when you say glories of Vrindavan. So, actually, many festivals that we celebrate during Kartik month are very much connected to Vrindavan. One of the most prominent festivals that we celebrate in Kartik month is Diwali, and that happened in Vrindavan. Diwali, one of the most prominent pastimes of Diwali is Yashoda Mata tied Krishna to a wooden grinding mortar with a rope, and that Damodar Leela happened on Diwali day. Similarly, we have another festival, Govardhan Puja, that also happened in Vrindavan only. Gopashtami, where Krishna, on the day which Krishna began to tend cows, that also falls in Kartik month, that happened in Vrindavan. So many festivals, Vaishnava festivals during this Kartik month happened in Vrindavan. So I thought it is appropriate to discuss the glories of Vrindavan. And Damodar Ashtakam, Damodar Leela, we have been discussing several times. So I am going to focus on 11 glories of Vrindavan in this session. And the glories of Vrindavan are unlimited. Of them, we'll discuss only 11 now. The first glory is the glory of Krishna's form in Vrindavan. Let's try to recite this shloka. Shri Brahmovacha. This shloka is spoken by Brahma as a part of his prayers to Lord Krishna after Brahma Vimohana Leela. Naumidyate Bravapushe Taditambaraya.
Naumidyate Bravapushe Taditambaraya.
Gunjavatam Saparipichhala Sanmukhaya.
Gunjavatam Saparipichhala Sanmukhaya.
Vanyasraje Kavalavetra Vishana Venu.
Vanyasraje Kavalavetra Vishana Venu.
Lakshmashriye Mridupade Pashupangajaya.
Lakshmashriye Mridupade Vasupangajaya.
Naumi, Brahma is offering obeisances to the Lord. Naumi means I am offering obeisances to you. Idyate, Idya means one who is worshipable. Who is that? Krishna. Abra Vapushe, Abra means this cloud, Vapu means his body. So Krishna's bodily complexion is like that of a cloud, dark monsoon cloud. So I am offering obeisances unto you, O Krishna, whose bodily complexion is like that of a cloud. And Brahma also says, Tadit Ambaraya. Ambara means clothes, dress of Krishna. So what is the color of Krishna's dress? Tadit. Tadit means like a lightning yellow, golden yellow. And further, he says, Gunjavatam Saparipichhala Sanmukhaya. Gunjavatamsa means Krishna wears a Gunjamala. He's not wearing any expensive necklaces studded with gems, etc. He wears that also sometimes. But in Vrindavan specifically, Krishna is in very simple attire. Vrindavan is a place where Krishna and his pastimes are characterized by simplicity and innocence and purity. And Dwaraka and Vaikuntha, Mathura, they are places where Krishna's pastimes are characterized by grandeur, majesty, opulence. Here, simplicity, innocence, very down to earth. Krishna is very humble. So, Gunjavatamsa means Krishna wears simple Gunjamala. Gunja means there are some small seeds. They are very, very small. They are reddish in color with some black spots on it and one little white dot on it. They look very sweet. And Krishna wears a Gunjamala around his neck. They are simply available in some forest. Paripichala Sanmukhaya, Krishna's face is resplendent with a beautiful shining peacock feather, which is like a rainbow. And why Krishna wears peacock feather in Vrindavan? Because there are eyes on peacock feathers. We have eyes, and peacock feathers also have some eyes. With our eyes, we'll be able to see, but peacock feathers' eyes don't see. They don't blink. So whenever the gopis of Vrindavan come in front of Krishna, they look at Krishna with unblinking eyes because they have so much of attachment to Krishna. Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum go gopasanghavritam. Krishna's beautiful form is bathed by the glances of, or the flowers of gopis' glances. Gopinam nayana utpala means the glances of the gopis or the eyes of the gopis act like flower showers on Krishna. And Krishna's beautiful form is bathed by the loving glances of the gopis. So whenever the gopis come in front of Krishna, they don't blink their eyes. They just keep their eyes like this. Their eyes become like eyes on peacock feathers. So Krishna never wants to forget the gopis of Vrindavan. Therefore, he keeps peacock feathers on his turban to always remember the gopis' loving eyes that never blink when they come in front of him. Also, Krishna, just now Brahma said that Krishna's body is like that of a monsoon cloud, and Krishna's dress is like that of lightning. Here is cloud, here is lightning. And what is missing here? And Krishna's glances are like rain showers. So rain showers are there, clouds are there, and lightning is there. What's missing here? Rainbow is missing. And that rainbow is peacock feather. So Krishna wears a peacock feather that resembles a rainbow, monsoon rainbow. And there are many other reasons. And sometimes when Srimati Radharani stands next to Krishna, then Radharani looks like lightning, Krishna looks like a cloud, and their combined glances and sweet smiles are like rain showers, showers of nectar. And this peacock feather completes the darshan by adding a rainbow effect there. So these are various reasons why Krishna wears peacock feathers. And also Krishna wears peacock feathers for another reason. The gopis of Vrindavan, they have braids, nicely tied braids, which are nicely decorated with flowers and some jewels. And those well-decorated braids of the gopis resemble the tails of peacocks. Peacock tails are like this, not when they're open, but when they are just walking, the peacocks are walking, the tails are like this, right? From side view, you see, they look like braids, well-decorated braids. That's why Krishna wears peacock feathers. And of course, peacocks gifted Krishna feathers from their own bodies. So, Paripichala Sanmukhaya, this peacock feather adds beauty to Krishna's face. Of course, Krishna is already beautiful, but he becomes even more happy, even more beautiful by wearing peacock feathers. Not that peacock feathers are more beautiful than him or they can add to their beauty, but the very fact that Krishna is wearing that peacock feather on his head shows how much he is affectionate towards his devotees. Peacocks are also devotees in Vrindavan. And because peacocks gave gifts to Krishna, and Krishna honored the gift. Peacock feather is not very expensive. It's not like a golden ornament. It's not like a diamond ornament. It's expensive. It's not so expensive even nowadays. So a peacock just took some feather and offered it to Krishna, but Krishna honored it. So much so that he kept on his head. How much Krishna respects the gifts of his devotees. How much Krishna values even simple offerings from his devotees. Not only human devotees, not only devotees in human forms, even when birds offer a gift to Krishna, Krishna values it because he values the affection behind the gift. He values the love with which the gift is offered, not exactly how much the gift is expensive, right? Lasan Mukhaya. Vanyasraje Kavalavetra Vishana Venu. Also, Krishna wears Vanyasraja, means a garland which is made of forest flowers. Kavala, Krishna just keeps curd rice in his hands. He's not eating some very, very expensive dishes there. Of course, you can never assess the value of even little curd rice packed by Mother Yashoda for Krishna. You know how Mother Yashoda packs curd rice for Krishna? Early in the morning, she cooks rice and she boils milk. And once they're little cool, Yashoda Mata mixes this rice with milk. And she takes some curd, yogurt, and sprinkles on this combination of milk and rice. And she packs for Krishna. And by the time Krishna opens this lunchbox in the forest in the afternoon, so this will become curd rice. And Krishna will eat it by keeping pickles between his fingers. A morsel of curd rice is here, and pickles are there between, and then he will eat this a little bit here, and then he will just spice it up with some pickles there. That's how Krishna eats. Vanyasraji. Kavala Vetra. Vetra means Krishna holds a simple stick, a small stick. Krishna never held a weapon, either Sudarshan Chakra or what is that? Kaumodaki Gada or Saranga Bow or any other weapon. Nandaka Khadga means sword. Krishna never used any weapons. Krishna killed so many powerful demons in Vrindavan just as a child's play, merely with his hands. He never used any weapon. He just had a little stick, which is like an ornament for a cowherd boy, just to control the cows. Krishna would never hit them. And Krishna need not control the cows also. You know how Krishna would call these cows? When the cows are going somewhere away, Krishna will pick up his flute and then place his flute. Automatically, all the cows will come. That's a call for all the cows. So, Vishana Venu, Krishna plays that flute. Lakshmashriye Mridupade Pashupangajaya. You may think that Krishna's form in Vrindavan is so simple, so down to earth. A peacock feather ornament on his head, a small gunja ornament in his neck, and he's wearing a simple forest flower garland and a stick and some flute. Very, very simple attire. But please don't underestimate this wonderful form of Krishna. Lakshmashriye, this form is endowed with hundreds of opulences, all opulences. Mridupadi means Krishna is walking barefoot in Vrindavan. So his soft, tender lotus feet are not wearing any shoes. Krishna is just walking on this land of Vrindavan without even wearing shoes. And that form is superior to all other forms. Pashu Pangajaya. Pashu means all these cows. Pashupa means those who tend cows, means cowherd boys, cowherd men. And Nanda Maharaj is the head of all the cowherd men. And Pashupangajaya means Krishna appeared as the son of a cowherd man, Nanda Maharaj. So Nanda Maharaj's position as father of Krishna is superior to Vasudeva's position as father of Krishna. Yashoda Mata's position as mother of Krishna is superior to Devaki Mata's position as mother of Krishna. And the simple Gunjamala that Krishna wears in Vrindavan, it is superior to even great ornaments in heavenly planets. The simple forest flowers that Krishna wears around his neck, they're superior to Parijata flowers available in the heavenly planets. And the simple Gunjamala or any other ornament that Krishna wears here in Vrindavan, it's superior to even Kaustubhamani that Vishnu wears in Vaikuntha. Thus, although this attire is very simple in Vrindavan, it's endowed with all opulences, and that's the glory of Krishna's simple form as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan. Second point, we'll discuss the glory of the land of Vrindavan. We saw the glory of the Lord of Vrindavan, and now we'll see the glory of land of Vrindavan. Vrindavanam sakhi bhuvo vitanoti kirtim
Vrindavanam sakibhavo vitunoti kirtam.
Yadevaki sutapadambhujalabdhalakshmi
Yaddevaki sutapadambujalabdha lakshmi.
Govinda Venumanumattamayuranrityam
Govinda venumanumattamayoran nrityam.
Prekshadrisanvaratanya samasta sattvam.
Pekshadrisanvaratanya samasta sattvam.
This shloka is spoken by the gopis of Vrindavan as a part of their song called Venu Gita. They are glorifying the land of Vrindavan. Already in Gopi Gita also they glorified the land of Vrindavan. Jayati te adhikam janmana vraja Shrayata indira shashvadatrahi. Jayati te adhikam janmana vraja. This Vraja Bhumi, this Vrindavan Dham is so glorious. Why? Janmana Vraja. Krishna has appeared in this land of Vrindavan. Many times people think that Krishna appeared in Mathura prison cell and he was brought by Vasudeva to Vrindavan Dham, which is correct. Definitely it's correct. Krishna was born there also. But Krishna was simultaneously born in Vrindavan Dham also, in Gokul also, as the son of Mother Yashoda. Krishna appeared in a four-handed form as the son of Devaki Vasudeva in Mathura prison cell. Krishna appeared in a two-handed form as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata in Gokul Mahabharata. So two Krishnas. When Vasudeva Krishna came here, that Vasudeva Krishna merged into Yashoda Krishna. So Janmana Vraja. Because Krishna appeared on the land of Vrindavan, therefore this land of Vrindavan is glorious. Further, the gopis said in the Venu Gita, Vrindavanam sakhi bhuvo vitanoti kirtim. The land of Vrindavan is expanding the glories of this entire bhuvi, means Earth planet. The planet Earth is so glorious because Vrindavan is present on the planet Earth. Because of the presence of this holy land of Vrindavan, Earth has become glorious. Why? What is so special about Vrindavan? The gopis clarify in the next shloka, next line. Yad Devaki Suta Padambhujalabdha Lakshmi. Yad Devaki Suta means the son of Devaki Mata. Padambhuja. Pada means foot, feet. Ambuja means lotus. So Krishna's feet are like lotuses. Padambuja Labdha Lakshmi. Because this land of Vrindavan has attained the wealth of the auspicious footprints of Krishna, therefore this land of Vrindavan is glorious. Because Krishna is walking barefoot in Vrindavan, Krishna is not wearing any shoes. Although Mother Yashoda tried to offer some shoes to Krishna, Krishna did not accept the shoes. He said that, Yashoda Mata, thank you so much for giving me these shoes. You are very concerned about my feet. Because I am walking barefoot in the forests, you are concerned that some pebbles or some thorns or some other sharp objects may pierce my feet. I am thankful to you. I am very grateful to you. But did you make shoes for my cows also? Yashoda Mata said, how can I make shoes for cows? There are 9 lakh cows in Vrindavan. In Yashoda Mata, not in Vrindavan, in only Yashoda Mata's Goshala, there are 9 lakh cows. And each cow had 4 legs, not 2 legs. How many pairs of shoes she has to make? She said, I could not make, and I will not make. Then Krishna said, I will not wear shoes. Understanding the motherly heart of Mother Yashoda, all these cows went and just pounded all the pebbles and some stones in Vrindavan and made the dust of Vrindavan so soft like talcum powder. So that is the glory of Vrindavan, where Krishna's footprints are directly imprinted on the land of Vrindavan. So these are the ornaments of Vrindavan. No cow or calf or bull or a buffalo or a parrot or a peacock or a monkey or a rabbit or a squirrel or a gopa or a gopi would disturb those footprints. To understand where Krishna is, you can easily follow. Follow the footprints of Krishna and reach where Krishna is. You don't need Google Maps. You don't need to put live location. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So the path is already there. You can immediately just traverse the path by following the footprints of Krishna and reach where Krishna is. That's how all the Brajavasis ran towards this Kalia Lake. When Krishna jumped into Kalia Lake, all the Vrajavasis, Gopas and Gopis and elders and children and old people, they all have seen so many inauspicious omens. So many inauspicious omens were there. And after seeing those omens, they thought that Krishna must be in danger. Whenever we sense something inauspicious, whenever we see some dangerous omens in our lives, we think that something inauspicious is going to happen to us. But Vrajavasis are not like that. Vrajavasis think that maybe something inauspicious is going to happen to Krishna, because they never think that Krishna is God. If they think that Krishna is God, they will understand nothing inauspicious can have happened to him. But because they always see Krishna as their little child or little friend, they are concerned about Krishna's safety out of their affection. So the main point here is the land of Vrindavan is so glorious because it is decorated with the auspicious footprints of Krishna. That's the second glory. Third glory of Vrindavan Dham is mother of Krishna in Vrindavan. The epitome of motherly love is Yashoda Mata. So let us understand her glory. Nemam virincho nabhavo
Mambirincho nabhavo
nashrirapyanga samshraya
nashriyam apya angshaya
prasadam lebhire gopi
prasadam nebhire gopi
yattat prapa vimuktidat.
tat prapa vimuktidat.
Nemam virincho nabhavo na imam virincho. There is a special pastime, that is Damodar Leela, that happened in Vrindavan Dham on the Diwali day. So Yashoda Mata was able to bind Krishna with the rope of her love. No one was able to bind Krishna ever. One day, Krishna went to some gopis' home to steal butter, as usual. When Krishna went there, this gopi managed to catch Krishna expertly. And she wanted to bind Krishna and arrest Krishna so that she can bring Yashoda Mata from her home to this gopi's home and show, see, this is what your child is doing in our home. So she wanted to get Yashoda Mata chastise Krishna. So she brought a big rope and tried to tie Krishna. However much she tried, she was unable to tie Krishna. Then Krishna said, "You poor gopi, innocent gopi, you don't know how to tie people also. I will tell you. I will teach you." So Krishna made her stand against a pillar, and Krishna took a rope and did some parikrama, like Govardhan parikrama. Many times he did parikrama of her and tightly bound her hands and legs, and she could not even move. And then Krishna said, "This is how you need to tie me," and he ran away from there. So some people tried to tie Krishna, but no one can bind Krishna. But Yashoda Mata managed to bind Krishna. Initially, she also could not bind Krishna, but finally she managed to bind Krishna because Krishna showed some mercy. So this mercy, what is that shloka? Swamatuhu svinna gatraya visrasta kabarasraja drishtva parishramam Krishna krupayasit swabandhane. Drishtva parishramam Krishna. Parishrama means endeavor. So much of hard work. Seeing the hard work being done by his mother, Krishna became very kind. Kripaya asit swabandhane. Because he became very kind, Yashoda Mata could bind Krishna. Right? So this much of kindness, this much of kripa, mercy, Krishna did not show towards anybody. That's what this shloka is saying. Prasadam lebhire gopi. This gopi, Yashoda Mata, got so much prasadam. Prasadam is not what you eat. Not that she got a lot of prasadam in the form of some special rice or paratha or sabji, etc. This prasadam is actually mercy. Niyamam virincho. Brahma did not get that mercy. Na bhavo. Shiva did not get this mercy. Na Shri Rapyanga Samshraya. Even Shri Lakshmi Devi also did not get the mercy that Yashoda Mata got, although she is very dear to the Lord. So this Gopi Yashoda Mata, she got special mercy. Her position is superior to Brahma, superior to Shiva, superior to Lakshmi Devi. That's the glory of the mother in Vrindavan. She's Vradeshwari. Fourth glory. The glory of Krishna's behavior in Vrindavan. How does Krishna behave in Vrindavan? We will decide this. Aradhita? Darshayamstadvidam lokam atmano bhrityavashyatam vrajasyovaha vaiharsham bhagavan balacheshtitaihi. Darshayamstadvidam loka means Krishna is showing darshan to all of us. What kind of darshan is he showing? Atmano bhrityavashyatam. He is showing to all of us and everybody that he is controlled by the affection of his devotees. Out of so many wonderful qualities of Krishna, some qualities are, or one quality is Bhrityavashyatam. Bhritya means servant. Vashyata means to come under the control of, captivated by, captured by, controlled by. Bhrityavashyata means one who is controlled by his Bhritya, servant. Who is Bhritya? Everybody is Bhritya. Ekale Ishvara Krishna Arasava Bhritya. There is only one Ishvara, that is Krishna. Everyone else is Bhritya. Everyone is a servant. Means Krishna is controlled by all of us. Krishna is controlled by every single living entity. No. Although technically, constitutionally, all of us are Bhrityas and servants of Krishna, how many of us have that mood of being a servant of Krishna? How many servants of Krishna actually identify themselves as servants of Krishna? Very few. Only those people who are in pure consciousness, they identify themselves as servants of Krishna, but most other people identify themselves as masters and controllers and proprietors of this material world. That's misfortune. That's why every Bhritya cannot control Krishna. But those servants, especially Vrajavasis who are in deep love with Krishna, they can easily control Krishna. The idea is not control. Idea is to love. And that control is a product of love. Darshayam stadvidam loka atmano bhrityavashyatam. And Krishna wanted to announce or display to all of us, all the living entities in this world, that he is conquered by the love of his devotees. This is Krishna's behavior in Vrindavan. That's the glory of Vrindavan Dham. Even in Damodara Ashtakam also we sing, right? In the third shloka, we sing, Iti driksvalila bhirananda kunde svaghosham nimajjantam akhyapayantam tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktairjitatvam punaha prematastam shatavriti vande. Iti driksvalila bhir. In this way, Krishna is performing so many leelas, like Damodar Leela, Mridabhakshana Leela, Govardhan Leela, Kalya Leela, Putana Leela, so many Leelas is performing. Iti Driksva Leela, especially Damodar Leela. And by performing these Leelas, Swaghosham Nimajjantam, Ananda Kunde, Krishna is immersing all his devotees in pools of bliss, pools of spiritual ecstasy. And while immersing his intimate devotees of Vrindavan in pools of ecstasy, Krishna is announcing to all the devotees who are attached to his majesty, grandeur, and opulence, those who worship him in reverence. He's announcing to all of them that I am Bhaktairjitatvam. Tadiyeshitagneshu Bhaktairjitatvam punaha prematastam shatavriti vande. Tadiyeshitagneshu. Tadiyeshitagneshu refers to those people who are overly attached to Krishna's opulences, Krishna's paraphernalia, Krishna's majesty, Krishna's grandeur, Krishna's godhood, Krishna's proprietorship, Krishna's creative abilities, Krishna's power to control demons, or Krishna's power to create this world. They see the majestic aspect of God. Krishna is announcing to all these people that you are overwhelmed by my majestic aspect. I have another aspect, the sweet aspect, where I become conquered, controlled, and captured by the love of my devotees. Bhaktair jitatvam. Bhaktair jitatvam means Krishna is conquered by the love of his devotees. So Krishna wanted to announce that he has this quality. This is Krishna's behavior in Vrindavan. That is the fourth glory. Then fifth glory of Vrindavan. That is fifth glory of Vrajavasis. The residents of Vrindavan are glorious. How? Let us see. Aho bhagyam, aho bhagyam.
Oh bhagyam, oh bhagyam.
Nanda gopa vrajaukasam.
Nanda gopravachokasam.
Yanmitram paramanandam.
Yanmitram paramanandam.
Purnam brahma sanatanam.
Brahma Sanatanam.
Aho Bhagyam, what great fortune, what great fortune. Who is saying this? Lord Brahma is saying this in front of Krishna only. Lord Brahma is offering obeisances to Krishna after Brahma Mohan Leela and is saying that, oh Krishna, what great fortune, what great fortune. Of whom? Nanda Gopa Brajaukasam. All the people who are under the rule of Nanda Gopa, Nanda Maharaj. So those people who are under the control or under the rule of Nanda Maharaj, basically the Vrajavasis, are extremely fortunate. Aho, Bhagyam, he's saying twice. What is their fortune? Yanmitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Yanmitram Paramanandam. They have Krishna as their Mitra, as their dear friend. And who is Krishna? Purnam Brahma Sanatanam, he is the supreme absolute truth, Paramasatyam. And that supreme Lord, that supreme personality of Godhead became their dear friend, giving them great Ananda, Paramananda. That's the glory of Vrajavasis. The glory of Vrajavasis is that they have Krishna as their dear friend directly. Next shloka, the sixth glory of Vrindavan. In the sixth part, we will see the glory of Vraja Gopas, those who are playing with Krishna as their friends, as his friends. Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya
Itam satam brahma sukhanubhutya
dasyam gatanam paradaivatena
dasyam gatanam paradaivatena
mayashritanam naradarakena
mayashritanam naradarakena
sakam vijahruh krita punya punjah.
sakam vijahru krita punya punjah.
This shloka is spoken by Sukadeva Goswami, and it describes the glories of Vraja Gopas, the cowherd boys who are playing with Krishna. So far we have seen the glory of Vrajavasis in general, glories of Mother Yashoda specifically, glories of the land of Vrindavan, glories of the Lord of Vrindavan, but now we are seeing the glories of Gopas specifically. There are some people who wants Brahma Sukha. Ittam satam Brahma Sukhanubhutya. They want to experience the bliss of merging into Brahman. They're one category. Second category, Dasyam Gatanam Paradaivatena. And there are some devotees who wants to serve the Lord, considering the Lord as their Daiva, their worshipable Lord. The third category, Maya Shritanam Naradarakena. Maya Shritana means those who take shelter of Maya, karmis. What they consider Krishna as Naradarakena, means a simple, ordinary boy in this material world. So these are three categories of people. Those who are attached to Brahman, who are like Gnanis. Those who are serving the Lord with reverence, they are Bhaktas. And those who are atheistic kind of people, Karmis or Vikarmis, right? So Karmis or Gnanis or general Bhaktas, all of them don't have this privilege. None of them have this privilege to play with Krishna. Sakam vijahruh krita punya punjaha. None of these three categories had the opportunity or had the privilege or have the qualification to play with Krishna like this, swing on swings with Krishna, jump like frogs along with Krishna, play like monkeys along with Krishna, play kabaddi with him, or play wrestle with him, defeat him, climb on his shoulders. Nobody can do it. No normal reverential devotee can do all this. Definitely Karmis and Jnanis and Yogis can never do it. Because they basically don't have a proper understanding of Krishna's tattva only. And even some people have understanding of tattva of Krishna, they see Krishna as protector, master, controller, not as friend. Therefore, the Gopas of Vrindavan are extremely fortunate. That's the glory of Vraja Gopas. Then let's see the glory of Vraja Gopis. They are very special gopis. Yadohane vahanane mathanopalepam
Yadohane vahanane mathanopalepam
Rinkankhanar bharudito ksanamarjanado
Rinkin khanarbhat rudato ksanamarjanadau
गायन्ति चैनमनुरक्तधियो श्रुकण्ठ्यो
गायन्ति चैनमनुरक्तधियो सुकण्ठ्यो
धन्याव्रजस्त्रिय उरुक्रमचित्तयानः
धन्यव्रजस्त्रिय उरुक्रमचित्तयान
या दोहने. These gopis of Vrindavan are so Krishna conscious, so immersed in the thoughts of Krishna, that the ladies of Mathura are praising these gopis. How are they praising? Ya dohane. These gopis of Vrindavan, while they are milking their cows, avahanane, while they are cleaning their grains, mathana, while they are churning milk or buttermilk, upalepa, when they are smearing some cow dung on their walls or their floors, Priyankankhana, when they're swinging on swings, Priyankankhana Arbharudita, means when they're taking care of their crying babies, Ukshana, when they're sprinkling water mixed with cow dung in front of their courtyards, Marjanadu, when they're cleaning their homes, they're doing simple household activities. While doing all these simple household activities, the gopis are absorbed in Krishna. Gayanti chaina anurakta dhiyo shrukantyo. Gayanti, they're singing. Anurakta dhiya, with their minds completely immersed in Rakti, means great love for Krishna. Ashrukantyo, their voices are faltering and their eyes are shedding tears out of love for Krishna. And that's how they're singing the glories of Krishna. Not that they're compromising on their churning of milk, not that they're compromising on their cleaning or simple household activities. They're expertly doing these activities without any compromise, without any sloppy job. They're nicely doing all these services, but they are constantly absorbed in Krishna. If you remember in Damodar Leela, Mother Yashoda was giving her milk to Krishna. With so much of loving affection, she was absorbed in giving her milk to Krishna, and Krishna is also absorbed in taking her milk. But the absorption of Krishna is only in drinking her milk. But Mother Yashoda's attention is also there in the Padmagandha cow's milk that is boiling in the kitchen. You may ask, if she's really Krishna conscious, if she's thoroughly Krishna conscious, if she's so absorbed in her service to Krishna, how could she even hear the sound of this Padmagandha milk spilling over in the kitchen? That's in next room. And when milk is spilling over, milk will not, play an alarm, loud alarm. It's not like bringing a bell in the school. Not like that, right? It makes very little sound. That too, I have seen our elders in our home. My mother are many elders in our home. When they're boiling milk, many times they wasted milk. So it's very difficult to keep track of that sound unless you're right in front and very attentive. And Yashodamata is totally absorbed in her service to Krishna, extremely absorbed. While Krishna is drinking her milk, Yashodamata is in ecstasy. But she was able to hear what's happening in the next room. Next room. But that same Yashoda Mata, okay, I'll come to that point later. But here the point is, Yashoda Mata or any other gopi is not compromising on their services, but Gayanti Chaina Manurakta Dhiyo Shrukantyo. They're constantly immersed in Krishna consciousness. They're singing the glories of Krishna. Dhanya Vrajastriya Urukrama Chitta Yanaha Dhanya. All the gopis are extremely fortunate, glorious people. Vrajastris, all the women of Vrindavan, they are extremely glorious. Why? Urukrama Chitta Yanaha, their chitta, their consciousness is completely immersed in Lord Urukrama. Now let me make that side point. Yashoda Mata could hear the sound of Padmagandha milk spilling over in the kitchen while she's giving milk to Krishna. But that same Yashoda Mata could not hear the sound of Krishna's breaking pot when she went into the kitchen. You know how? Yashoda Mata has shown his expertise in multitasking, right? Giving milk to Krishna and also watching over the milk which is boiling in the stove. But such expert Yashoda Mata was outsmarted by Krishna. How? Krishna took a little stone and broke that butter pot. He was so skillful in breaking pots that he can break pots without making any sound. And when Yashoda Mata came back to that spot of churning, Yashoda Mata understood. In Vrindavan, so many monkeys keep coming into our homes and break our pots. But whenever they break pots, we hear sound. But no monkey has come here to break this pot. This pot is broken by my monkey-like son, Krishna. Because Krishna can expertly break pots without making sound. How he does it? You can ask him only. When you meet him in Golakurindavan, you can ask him. I don't know how. But Acharyas say that Krishna broke the pot without making any sound. Yashoda Mata could understand that he only broke the pot. It's confirmed. Because he's not there also. Generally, criminal, when he does a crime, he leaves the spot of crime. Therefore, Krishna left. But Krishna is very innocent. Although he's very clever in breaking pots, he's very innocent also to leave some clues for the police to catch the criminal. That is his butter footprints. Krishna left his butter footprints all over the place. Yashoda Mata followed the footprints and caught Krishna. So, anyways, the point here is the Vrajagopis are constantly absorbed in Krishna. So that is the seventh glory of Vrindavan. The gopis are absorbed. Then eighth glory of Vrindavan, the glory of relationships in Vrindavan. Wonderful relationships. Yatra naisarga durvairah Saha sandramrugadayah Mitrani vajita vasa Dhritaruttarshana tarshakadikam Yatra naisarga durvairaha. Naisarga means enmity. Durvaira means very deep enmity. Although there is a natural enmity between some human beings and animals, or among some animals themselves, when a tiger sees a deer, it's not that they will come and lovingly hug each other. But when in Vrindavan, when a tiger and a deer comes together, they hug each other, they kiss each other, because there is no enmity there. Especially when we are in right consciousness, like the Brajavasis, we can create that Vrindavan ambience and non-enviousness here also. In Vrindavan, there is no envy. In Vaikuntha, there is no envy. And when our hearts are not non-envious, when our hearts are not envious, then we will create a ambience of Vaikuntha and ambience of Vrindavan wherever we are. Right? That is Vrindavan consciousness. And who said this? Lord Brahma said this. So not Brahma did not say, Brahma realized this. When Brahma was very proud of his position as the creator, he wanted to test Krishna. But after seeing Krishna's power, when Brahma became humble, then in such a humble state of mind, he could understand the glories of Krishna. With pride, with knowledge, with influence, with money, or with any other material asset, we can never enter Vrindavan. We can never enter the spirit of Vrindavan. Although physically you may purchase a ticket and go to Vrindavan, in consciousness we can never enter Vrindavan when there is pride and envy in the heart. So Vrindavan is a place where there is no enmity even between a tiger and a deer. They are always friendly towards each other. Saha asan ramrgadayah. All the human beings and animals there, they stay. Saha asan means they stay together. They coexist. We should actually learn the art of coexistence. What is this art of coexistence? Means we should stay together with each other. Although we have differences of opinion, although we have differences in our working styles, although there are differences in our thought processes and tastes and our backgrounds, still we should try to accommodate each other as much as possible, or at least give space to each other and not envy each other. So that will create Vrindavan ambience. Sahasan Mrgadayah Mitrani iva ajitavasa. Mitrani iva means They are staying together like friends. And this Vrindavan Dham is Ajita Avasa. It is the residence of the unconquerable Lord. Vrindavan is the home of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's God's home. If you want to live with God in His home, you should leave envy outside the home. Just like whenever somebody enters a home, they will leave their shoes outside and then they will enter the home. It's not like some modern shopping malls or other places where with suppose you just enter in the inner chambers of the room. The traditional way is you leave slippers outside and then enter any residence, any building, whether it is temple or home or whatever, you leave your footwear outside because footwear cannot come inside. Similarly, envy cannot come inside Vrindavan Dham. With envy, even if we enter Vrindavan, we cannot see Vrindavan. We are not actually seeing Vrindavan there. We are seeing, our material eyes are seeing some forms, which is good. Even by doing so, also you will get some little sukruti. That's fine. All glories to that aspect of it. But unless we are purely non-envious and humble at heart, we cannot understand the glories of Vrindavan, and we cannot actually enter the spirit of Vrindavan. Because Vrindavan is a place where there is no material hunger or material thirst, and actually there is no material envy, even amongst animals. That's the glory of relationships in Vrindavan. Non-envious relationships. 9th point about the glories. Each of these shlokas can be elaborated for hours together, but I'm just speaking 5-10 minutes on each shloka and then moving ahead within the available time. Let's see the glories of the cows of Vrindavan. Ahoti dhanya vrajago ramanya
Ahoti danya vrajagoramanya
stanyamritam pitamateva te muda
tanyamritam pitam ativate muda
yasam vibho vatsataratmajatmana
yasam vibho vatsataratmajam mana
yatrupyatedyapi na chalamadharaha
yatriptayedyapi na chalam advara.
Aho ati dhanya vrajagoramanya. Brahma is glorifying the gopis of Vrindavan and also the cows of Vrindavan. Vraja cows and Vraja gopis. Ramanya refers to the gopis of Vrindavan. So they are ati dhanya, extremely fortunate, very glorious. Why? Stanyamritam pitam ativa te muda. Stanya amrita means they have given the nectar of their milk to Krishna. Pitam, Krishna personally drank the milk of these cows of Vrindavan. After Damodar Leela, means after Yashoda Mata bound Krishna and Krishna collapsed those two great Yamalarjuna trees, Nanda Maharaj came and released Krishna. Nanda Maharaj picked up Krishna because Krishna is between these two Yamalarjuna trees. Everybody became extremely anxious. Without any reason, these huge trees fell down. There is no hurricane, there is no tufan, there is no wind there. Trinavarta did not come again. He already died. So how did these two trees fall down? They were very surprised. And another biggest concern for them is these trees fell on the either side of Krishna. If either of the trees falls on Krishna, what would have happened to us? We would have been dead. Everyone is anxious. And Nanda Maharaj came there anxiously and then picked up Krishna and found that Krishna's waist is tied to this wooden grinding mortar. Apparently, it seems that Krishna is stuck there and he had no possibility to escape. And apparently, it seems that the rope restricted Krishna's movement, and that made them even more anxious. Nanda Maharaj became even more anxious. My God, who tied you like this? Maybe it's like when you see somebody stuck there, you may think that maybe this boy wanted to escape when the trees were falling, but he's stuck there because of this rope. You see, that's the apparent perception people get. But nobody understood that Krishna purposely went there and he only uprooted the trees. And some kids understood that because some little kids, they have personally seen what happened there. They have personally seen that these trees fell down because Krishna pulled the trees with the grinding mortar and with the rope. Then they told the elders also But none of the elders believed it. Hey, kids, you don't know anything. How can this little child, 2-3-year-old child, collapse these two Yamarajana trees? Because elders use their logic. They did not understand the reality. Sometimes you need to hear the ground level people also. Although you are more experienced than them, they may understand things better than you sometimes, not always. And never undermine the experience of elderly people. But when you happen to be elder, but you please try to understand from the point of view of the ground level people also, because these kids have personally witnessed and they honestly mention that Krishna collapsed the trees, but elders did not believe that. Anyways, the main point is Nanda Maharaj picked up Krishna and he found a waist around his rope. A rope around his waist. He immediately removed it and asked, "Who did this to you?" Then Krishna said, "Yashoda Mata did this." Nanda Maharaj said, "Oh, Yashoda Mata did this. Fine." He became silent, but he was very angry also internally. So Nanda Maharaj took Krishna and Balram to Yamuna. They gave some charity and did some puja there. And Nanda Maharaj brought Krishna and Balram back to Goshala. And in Goshala, cows were being milked. And somebody brought that cow milk, mixed it with sugar, and gave it to Krishna, and Krishna drank that milk. He said, "I will not drink Yashoda Mata's milk. I will drink milk, cow milk mixed with sugar." So Krishna drinks the milk of the gopis of Vrindavan also and cows of Vrindavan also. Sometimes Krishna would directly go and then start drinking the milk from the udders of the cows. Stanyamritam pitam ativa te muda. Ativa te muda means extreme ecstasy, great ecstasy. Stanya amritam, their nectarian milk, all these cows and the gopis have fed Krishna. And Krishna, with great enthusiasm, drank those milk. That's the glory of Vraja cows. And the glory of the interactions amongst Vrajavasis. How do these Vrajavasis interact with each other? Iti nandadayo gopaha
Nandadayo Gopa
Krishna Rama kathamuda
Krishna Rama Katamuda
Urvanto ramamanascha
Kurvanto Ramamanascha
Navindan bhava vedanam
Navindam Bhavavedanam.
iti nandadayo gopaha. In this way, all the gopas headed by Nanda Maharaj, you know what they are doing in Vrindavan, how they are interacting with each other? Krishna Rama Kathamuda. They are simply discussing the katha, the narrations, the topics of Krishna and Balaram. Muda means with great happiness they are discussing. This is the way they interact with each other. Kurvanto ramamanascha navindan bhavavedana. And they are discussing Krishna Katha constantly every day, and they did not experience any material tribulations in their lives. In Vrindavan, even an average private conversation between two gopas or two gopis, or between a gopa and a gopi, or little kids or elders, whoever, is simply Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is the subject matter of discussion amongst all the gopis and all the gopas in Vrindavan. Even a casual conversation, even gossip in Vrindavan is Krishna Katha. Many people, they do gossip. They sit together, two of them, and they keep on discussing about another subject matters, or they speak about the shortcomings of some people, or some kind of scandals that have happened, some kind of issues that have happened. You know what? He did this. You know, he did that also. No, he never did this. Hours and hours will go together in this gossip. We are just wasting time, right? If there is an important subject matter that we are obliged to discuss just to create an improvement in the situation, better do it. But unnecessarily, a lot of gossip. Anyways, even in gossip in Vrindavan is Krishna Katha. The gopis of Vrindavan come to Mother Yashoda and complain against Krishna. Even complaints are also Krishna Katha. Even scolding is also Krishna Katha. Krishna, you are like a monkey, Yashoda Mata says. Krishna says, "Oh, I must have inherited the qualities of a monkey from my mother's side." He says like that. Krishna is the center of every single conversation. They scold Krishna. You cheater, Krishna. How can you call simple village ladies in the middle of the night to this forest and say, "Go out, you just go back homes"? You have cheated us. You only brought us by by playing your flute, Udgita Mohitaha, by being attracted to your divine flute, we came running to serve you in the forest of Vrindavan. You are asking us to go back. So they are chastising Krishna. They chastise Krishna and they think of Krishna. They converse about Krishna. They complain against Krishna. Krishna is the center of everything. Whether it's a pleasant interaction or so-called unpleasant interaction, whether it's an expression of joyful emotion or frustrated emotion or angry emotion or complaint or whatever it is, Krishna is the center of every interaction in entire Vrindavan. Right? Constant Krishna Katha going on amongst the gopis and gopas. 11th point, the glory of Govardhan. Glories of Vrindavan are never complete without glorifying Govardhan. Hantaya Madrirabala Haridasa Varyo
Hantaya Maddirabala Haridasa Varyo
Yadrama Krishna Charanaspara Pramodaha
Yadrama Krishna Charanasparasa Pramodaha
Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoryat
Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoryat
Vaniya Suyavasakandara Kandamulaihi
Pani Yasuya Vasakanda Kandamulai.
Antaya Madri Rabala Haridasa Varyo. Srimati Radharani is saying that, my dear friends, oh gopis, look at this glorious mountain. This mountain is Haridasa Varya, the best of all servants of Lord Hari. Yad Ramakrishna Charanas Parasha Pramodaha. This Govardhan, Giriraj Govardhan, is becoming ecstatic by being touched by the lotus feet of Rama and Krishna. By touching the lotus feet of Balaram and Krishna, this Govardhan mountain is ecstatic. Manam tanoti sahago ganayostayoryat. And this Govardhan mountain is giving so much of respect, manam tanoti. To whom? To Krishna and Balaram, but not only Krishna and Balaram. We should offer respect to Krishna undoubtedly, but we need to also respect and worship the devotees of Krishna. Saha Goganayostayoryat. Gogana means all the gopas and the gopis and especially the cows of Vrindavan. Govardhan service is not only towards Krishna. Govardhan renders service even to the cows of Krishna, the gopas and the gopis and every single Vrajavasi. Govardhan is rendering service. How? Paniya Suyavasakandarakandamulayhi. Paniya, by giving water. There are so many water bodies in around Govardhan. Radhakund, Shyamakund, Navalkund, Apsarakund, Govindakund, Surabhikund. So many water bodies are there. Their Paniya is offering service to Vrajavasis. Suyavasa, soft grasses for the cows. Kandara, very nice caves that can give warmth to Krishna during the cold season, that can give cooling effect to Krishna during the summer season. Then Kandamulaihi, also giving fruits and roots. In this way, Govardhan services are glorious. And Krishna glorified Govardhan even more by lifting the Govardhan on his little finger and giving the credit of protecting all the Vrajavasis to Govardhan mountain. Krishna could have protected the Vrajavasis in 100 different ways. He could have made the rain disappear, or he could have expanded Nanda Bhavan so huge and asked all the Vrajavasis, okay, come enter the home till rain subsides. For 1 week, you stay in our home. He could have done that also. Or he could have made a nice mansion, flying mansion, where they will just go to some other place and 1 week world tour or universal tour. They can go to Sumeru mountain, they can go to Svargalok, and they can do so many things. Just like Kardamani created a special airplane and took Devahuti Mata all over the world for 100 years. Krishna cannot do that. 1 week he cannot take people around somewhere else, right? A tour. Krishna could have saved the Brajavasis from Indrasini in 100 different ways. Or Krishna could have avoided the train also completely. But Krishna did not do that. He ran from Nanda Bhavan all the way to Govardhan and lifted Govardhan mountain to give the credit of protecting all the Vrajavasis to Govardhan mountain. Nijapati bhujadanda chhatra bhavam prapadya प्रतिहतमदधृष्टो दण्डदेवेन्द्रगर्वाम् अतुलपृथुलशैल श्रेणिभूपप्रियं मे निजनिकटनिवासं देहि गोवर्धनत्वं Nijapati Bhujadanda. Nijapati, Krishna, his own master, has offered his hand as a rod, as a holding stick. Bhujadanda. Chhatra bhavam prapadya. And Govardhan became a chhatri, an umbrella. That's how Krishna made Govardhan glorious. So these are some 11 glories of Vrindavan. Glory of Govardhan, glory of Gopas, glory of Gopis, glory of cows. And there are many other glories. But in this 1 hour, we could discuss this much. But there is another beautiful shloka, many shlokas, from Vrindavana Mahimamrita written by Prabodhananda Saraswati. I just want to discuss a couple of shlokas from here so that we can meditate on the glories of Vrindavan a little more. You can take it as a 12th glory, or within this one shloka, there are many other glories also. Sri Krishnaikantak Sri Krishnaikanta Bhavam Kvanu Sakala Jano Vasyamapnotya Yatnat.
Shri Krishna Ekanta Bhavam Kvanu Sakala Jano Vasyamapnoti Anyat.
Krishnasyascharya Sima Parama Bhagavatah Kutra Leelarthamurtihi.
Krishnasyascharya Sima Parama Bhagavata Kutra Leelarthamurti.
Kutratya Krishna Padam Bhuja Bhajana Mahananda Samrajya Kashtam.
Kutratya Krishna Padam Bhuja Bhajana Mahananda Samrajya Kashta.
Bhratarvakshye rahasyam Srunu Sakalamidam Srila Vrindavanetram.
Bhratarvakshe rahasyam Shrunu Sakalamidam Srila Vrindavanendra.
This is a very beautiful shloka that establishes the glory of Vrindavan Dham. Sri Krishna Ekanta Bhavam Kvanu Sakala Jano Vasyamapnotya Yatnat. Sri Krishna Ekanta Bhavam. Sri Krishna is the Supreme Lord, as all of you know. Ekanta Bhava means one-pointed devotion for Krishna. Unflinching devotion for Krishna. Ananya Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti. That is Ekanta Bhavam. This Ekantiki does not mean merging into the Lord. Ekanta means one and only. As Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Only me, Mam Ekam, only me. Ekanta. That is what is mentioned here. Sri Krishna Ekanta Bhavam Anya Bhilashita Sunyam. Kvanu Sakala Jano Vasyamapnotya Yatnat. Ayatnat means without much effort. Effortlessly, you can attain this Ekanta Bhavam towards Krishna only in Vrindavan Dham. Sakala Jano Vasyam Apnotya Yatnat means you can easily dedicate yourself to the glorious Lord Krishna. You can develop that mood of surrender. You can develop that mood of dedication to Krishna in Vrindavan Dham. The glory of Vrindavan is that it can just make you a dedicated lover of Krishna. It can completely immerse you in a mode of being a servant of Krishna, being a lover of Krishna. So it can helplessly attract you towards Krishna's lotus feet. You can fall in love. Sri Krishna Ekata Bhavam Nat Krishnasyāscharya Sīma Parama Bhagavatah Kutra Leelarthamurtihi. Sri Krishnasya Ascharya Sīma. Very beautiful words Prabodhananda Saraswati says. Krishnasya Ascharya Sīma. You know what is the glory of Krishna? His Ascharya Sīma, he's the limit of astonishment. Ascharya means astonishment, surprise, wonder. Seema means the limit. Means nothing can be as wonderful as Krishna. Nothing can astonish you as much as Krishna does. Krishna is the epitome of all rasas, he is the king of all rasas, and one of them is Adbhuta Rasa. If you want to feel that Adbhuta Rasa, means, oh, wonderful, wonderful, amazing. You want to really have that feeling. You see Krishna in Vrindavan. You see Krishna's mercy in Vrindavan. Krishna is extremely merciful. As a mere child, as a 6 days old baby, he killed demoness Putana. How much Ashcharya? As a 3-month-old baby, killed a demon named Utkacha, Shakatasur. As a 1-year-old, safely landed back in Vrindavan on Trinavarta Airlines. Airplane crashed, but passenger is safe. Just imagine. From 800,000 miles high. And when the plane crashes, what is the the plane crashing down back in the same airport, in the same gate? It's not possible. Trinavarta airplane took off from Vrindavan, went 800,000 miles high into the sky, and crashed back in Vrindavan, that too on a big boulder, not on the head of any Gopa or Gopi, or any Goshala or cow, and on a big boulder right next to the lamenting gopis. How much Ashcharya? You must say it's match fixing. Yes, it is match fixing. All the leelas of Krishna are very nicely planned. Yet there is a lot of spontaneity in it. Ashcharya Seema. Just keep wondering at every moment that Krishna spent in Vrindavan. Just keep wondering at every pastime Krishna did in Vrindavan. Just keep wondering at every demon that is killed by Krishna in a unique way. So you will be completely mesmerized by Krishna's pastimes. So Krishnasya Ascharya Seema. Krishnasya Ascharya Seema Parama Bhagavatah Kutra Leelarthamurtihi. Leelarthamurtihi Parama Bhagavatah. Krishna is the deity, the supreme worshipable deity. And also Leelartha means is very playful. He enjoys pastimes. One of the opulences of Krishna, which cannot be found in any other deities, is Leela Madhuri. Leela Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, that you cannot find anywhere. So one of them is Leela Madhuri. One of the unique qualities of Krishna is Leela Madhuri. He is like Leelartha Murti, playful deity of the Supreme Lord, which is the limit of astonishment. That is found only in Vrindavan. Only in Vrindavan, you can develop deep, dedicated devotion for Krishna. Only in Vrindavan, you can find the limit of all astonishment, that is Krishna's playful pastimes. Then third point. Kutratya Krishna Padam Bhuja Bhajana Mahananda Samrajya Kastham. Kutrasya, where else can you find this pinnacle of bliss? Mahananda, Bhajana Mahananda. Ananda means bliss. Mahananda means great bliss, great ecstasy, pinnacle of ecstasy. And where will you find that ecstasy? How will you find that ecstasy? Bhajana. Bhajana Mahananda Samrajya Kashta. Samrajya means its kingdom. In Vrindavan, you will find a big kingdom of bliss. It's a huge kingdom of deep condensed spiritual bliss in Krishna's pastimes. Kutratya Krishna Padambuja Bhajana. Krishna Padambuja Bhajana means the lead to Mahananda Samrajya, that can make you the king, or at least a resident of the great kingdom of Mahananda, Krishna Mahananda. So where else you will find this Mahananda? Only in Vrindavan. Bhratar Vakshe Rahasyam Srunu Sakalamidam Srila Vrindavanitra. Bhratar, oh brother. Here Prabodhananda Saraswati is addressing the readers of this shloka. Oh, my dear brothers, please look at this. Hey bhai, suno, like that. Bhratar Vakshe Rahasyam, let me tell you this great secret. Srunu Sakalamidam Srila Vrindavanitra. I am revealing this secret to you, that only in Vrindavan, You can attain pure devotion easily. And only in Vrindavan Dham, you can see the beautiful deity of Krishna performing hundreds of leelas. And only in Vrindavan Dham, you can find Mahananda. So this is the shloka. Sri Krishna ekanta bhavam kvanu sakala janovasyamatnotyap ayatnat Krishnasyāscharya sīmā parama bhagavatah kutra līlārthamurtihi kutratya Krishna padam bhuja bhajana mahananda samrajyakastham bhratar vakshye rahasyam srunu sakalamidam Srila Vrindavanitra. One more. It's getting late. Even if it's late, I'll just speak one more shloka and conclude. I'll not take more of your time. Just one shloka. Vrindaranyamananya bhakti rasadam govinda padambuja dvandve mandadhiyo vadanti vidanti nahita dvasam na shashate sandranandara sambudhir niravadhir yatra virasti dhruvam no majjanti kubuddhayo batasam udvignaha sudha sudukhairapi. Here Prabodhananda Saraswati is showing some compassion on all of us. May not be all of us, definitely it's compassionate on all of us, but he's specifically showing compassion on those people who have absolutely no interest in Vrindavan. It's a great misfortune to not have interest in Vrindavan, to not take interest in the glories of Vrindavan. He says, Vrindaranyamananya bhakti rasadam govinda padambuja. Vrindaranyam means Vrindavan Dham. Ananya bhakti rasadam. It can bestow Ananya bhakti, Shuddha bhakti. That's what Krishna wanted us to do. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying hundreds of times, Ananya bhakti, Ananyaschintayanto mam ye janah paryupasati. Ananya bhakti, he emphasized it so many times in Bhagavad Gita. And where will you get that Ananya bhakti? In Vrindaranyam. Vrindaranyam Ananya bhakti rasadam govinda padambuja. And this bhakti, Ananya bhakti, is towards whom? Govinda padambuja. To the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. What is the glory of the lotus feet of Govinda? Rasadam. It can give you rasa. Because Krishna is Rasaraj. Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Krishna is Raso Vaisaha. Rasaraj means king of all rasas. Akhila Rasamrita Murti means he's the reservoir of all rasas. Rasada means one who bestows rasa. Raso Vaisaha means he himself is rasa. Rasadam. That's why he says that Vrindaranyamananya bhakti rasadam govinda padambuja. It is Vrindavan Dham that bestows upon you all the different rasas of bhakti, Ananya bhakti, towards the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. Dvandve mandadhiyo vidanti nahitadvasam nanashasate. But fools, mandadhiyo means less intelligent people. Manda means very mild or poor. Dhiya means intelligence. People who are very poorly intelligent or foolish people, unintelligent people, they don't wish to stay there. Vidanti nahitadvasam. Nahitadvasam means we don't want to stay in Vrindavan. Na ashasati. They don't even aspire. Being so absorbed in materialistic activities, they don't take any interest in the glories of Vrindavan, or they are not inclined to stay in Vrindavan. Here Dvandve refers to this lotus feet. Padambuja Dvandva means two lotus feet. So this also goes into the first line only, first statement only. The second statement is this: Mandadhiyo vadanti nahitadvasam na chashasate. Then third point: Sandranandara sambudhir niravadhir yatra virasti dhruvam. Sandra Ananda. Did you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Some of you must have done Bhakti Shastri. There we will see from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 6 qualities of Bhakti, Uttama Bhakti. One of them is Sandrananda Visheshatma. Sandra Ananda. Ananda means happiness. Sandra means condensed. Condensed happiness, condensed bliss. Bhakti can provide. Where? In Vrindavan. Sandranandara Sambudhir Niravadher Yatra Virasti Dhruvam. Vrindavan is an ocean of condensed blissful rasa. Sandra Ananda Rasambudhir. Ambudhi means ocean. Niravadhir means unobstructed. Yatra Virasti Dhruvam. It's constantly manifest there with absolutely no obstruction. An ocean of condensed blissful rasa is flowing in Vrindavan. But no majjanti kubuddhayo bata samudvignaha sudukhairapi. But these people, they don't majjanti kubuddhayo. Kubuddhi means bad intelligence. Earlier he said mandabuddhi, mandadhiya means they have very meager intelligence. Now he says kubuddhi, bad intelligence. Those whose intelligence is corrupted, no majjanti, they don't immerse in this ocean. Although they are undergoing so many difficulties, samudvigna sudukhairapi. Udvigna means anxiety, dukha means difficulty. Although they are immersed in so many anxieties and difficulties, still they don't take to the solution of Ananya Bhakti and attain that Ananya Bhakti in Vrindavan Dham. They don't take interest in it. This is misfortune. Just like in the second shloka of Sikshashtakam, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nam Namakari Budhani Dharma Shakti Tatrarpita Nimita Smaranena Kala. He said, Holy name is merciful, Holy name is powerful, Holy name is accessible. But Durdaiva Midrshamiha Janina Anuragaha. My misfortune is I have no taste for Holy name. Although it is accessible, Holy name is accessible, Holy name is merciful, Holy name is powerful. I have no taste to chant. That is my misfortune. Similarly, Prabodhanand Saraswati is saying that although Vrindavan is blissful, it can give you Ananya Bhakti Rasa. It can immerse you in an ocean of condensed bliss. Still, people who have Mandadhiya and Kubuddhi, they don't take interest in Vrindavan. That's a misfortune. So these are some glories of Vrindavan. We discussed 11 from Bhagavatam and from the shlokas of Prabodhananda Saraswati in Vrindavan Mahimamrita. We have discussed few more glories. Thank you so much. Many devotees are going to Vrindavan Dham during this Kartik month, and some devotees are unable to go. But you can mentally go to Vrindavan by hearing the glories of Vrindavan. We can meditate on the glories of Vrindavan. That's the whole purpose of this class, so that I can remember some glories of Vrindavan and purify my consciousness in your holy association. Thank you very much. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? It's already 8:51. I'll not delay you. Thank you very much for your kind participation. Hare Krishna. Happy Kartik month.